Turn my mic. And we gotta know where. I mean, we getting 3% to these organizations. I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
Explain to me why you create a belt that's not even real. It's not real gold. It's not real rubies. It's not sterling silver on those belts. And the gold is chipped. The plated gold is chipping away. It's not real. So I have to pay to fight for a championship? 3%? But I wish we knew how much power we really had, though. Fighters don't fight. Who's making money? Think about it.
Today, Errol Spence stood up and took a huge stand on a big platform and let everybody know why he is one of the realest in the boxing game today. And he did this not just for himself, and he did this for all fighters. He stood behind Andre Ward and he spoke out against the sanctioning bodies. I'm gonna let y'all know exactly where this came from, why Errol Spence did this, and why Errol Spence is so real for doing this. It's a reason why he said what he said today. And I'm gonna explain this to y'all in this video. So make sure that you hit my like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already a sub to the channel. So once again, what y'all seen Errol Spence do today when he called out Mauricio Sulaiman and all of the sanctioning bodies saying, look, y'all gonna have to tell us where all of this money is going to, right? All of this money that I'm paying for all of these titles that all these other champions is paying, you're gonna have to explain to us where it's going to. Man, that's a big move that he did today, and he did it on the right platform. On the platform where they holding the biggest fight in boxing, he did that. He took that into his own hands when you see none of these other fighters, they're not doing that. Now, they may come out and say something like belts don't matter, but they won't elaborate behind it. They won't get on the biggest platforms when they have these big fights coming up. They won't get on the stage like Errol Spence did and challenge Mauricio Sulaiman and all of the sanctioning bodies in front of everybody, letting them know, hey, it ain't gonna go down like this. Now you're gonna have to start explaining to us where all my money is going. Now, Floyd Mayweather started speaking on it a little bit while he was getting ready to go out the door when he knew he was going to get ready to retire. You know, all we knew is that certain belts Floyd Mayweather ain't fighting for. We didn't know why. Because he ain't really, you know, get on a big platform like when he fought Manny Pacquiao and let everybody know. You know what I'm talking about? Now, Errol Spence has opened up the door for all of the active big fighters to come out and speak out about this. And he listened to what Andre Ward said. You know what I'm saying? And he's letting everybody know, I'm standing behind Andre Ward. I got your back, Andre. Now, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm going to play y'all this audio, this interview that Andre Ward did, challenging the big name fighters to get together and to take a stance against these sanctioning bodies. You know what I'm talking about? And Errol Spence is a real one for standing behind Andre Ward. Because like Andre Ward said, you know, my voice, it might not be that big because I'm not an active fighter. I've always talked about things like this, but you know, I wasn't heard because nobody else was standing behind me. That's why, if you notice, Andre Ward, man, he didn't get the respect that he deserved. You know what I'm talking about? He didn't get the limelight that he deserved. And it was because of things like this that he was doing. But I'm going to play y'all the audio on what Andre Ward had to say. I'm going to play y'all the audio on exactly what Errol Spence took a stance against. And we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it.
And I've been very outspoken against the sanctioning bodies. Structure, I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. And like, explain to me why you create a belt that's not even real. It's not real gold. It's not real rubies. It's not sterling silver on those belts. Like, that stuff is collecting dust in my office right now, and the gold is chipped. The plated gold is chipping away. It's not real. So I have to pay to fight for a championship? 3%? But I wish we knew how much power we really had, though. Fighters don't fight. Who's making money? Think about it. Like, imagine if fighters, I know this is like way out there, but imagine if fighters like collectively got together and didn't say, we're not fighting. We're not fighting. Who's gonna fight? I'm talking about like the core ones. Like we're gonna hold out until these things get done and we start getting some collective help around these areas. You're trained to believe that, man, you want these belts for, for validation. And so my BA belt is my first championship I ever won. It has a special place. And then of course you want the green belt. Floyd had it, Ali had it, so I want that green belt. So you want those belts for those kind of reasons. But then when you get them, you start to do the math. Like, bro, I get sick randomly sometimes when I think about, just use my last 2 fights, the amount of sanction fees that I had to pay. It kind of takes away the love for it, Now the Ring Magazine belt, I love that belt. No fees. No fees, and you're the guy with that belt. Like I'm recognized as the guy. So I love the Ring Magazine belt. It's got great history. But all these other belts, man, it's robbery. And I stand on that. Please, I would love to talk to any of these guys. And I was trying to put something together with Mauricio where we had sort of like an open dialogue and debate about what these things are about. Explain to me how you justify taking 3%. Like we come to, and fighters aren't supposed to talk about this stuff. We're just supposed to shut up and fight, But those days are over. And nobody can explain to me who enacted these sanctioning bodies. Who came up with 3%? Why is it not 5? Why is it not 1? Why is it not 2? And is it going to increase at any point in time? And then that 3%, what are you doing with it? Now, Mauricio came with a list of things. Oh, we're helping fighters, this and that. Shouldn't I have some say in where my money goes? Like, you can opt into this or you cannot opt in. But if you opt in, it's helping fighters who get hurt in the ring, fighters who need benefits. Like, I'm down to do that if I can opt in. And I probably would opt in sometime because I want to see fighters get help. But you're just trained to just do it. You're a champion. Yeah, but he's also a champion. He's also a champion. It's not right, man. But we just accept these things in boxing, man. And I'll never, certain things in this sport, I'll never accept. I'll never just go along to get along. I'm not going to, bang the table every time I got a camera in my face. But when it's appropriate, I'm going to say something about it. And I hope to be a part of change one day. To have governance over these people, to have pension plans, to have things that fighters, if you want to prepare for life after, you can do it. NFL has courses. They have financial courses where these guys can come. They don't always take advantage of it, but you can come and get educated, like we said. But it's not really beneficial a lot of times for the powers that be to do that. Ignorance is a great currency in this sport.
That was powerful. Andre Ward said some powerful things right there. And he spoke nothing but facts. Now I'm going to play y'all what Errol Spence said today at the press conference. And we're going to come back and we're going to cook on this situation a little bit.
Turn on my... And we got to know where... we getting 3% to these organizations. We got to know where this money going to. A lot of times they getting... Man, you got Canelo and Josh and all these guys, making $50 million. And these belts getting 3% of that. Where's it going to? How's it helping the fighters out? What are they doing with it?
Man, shout out to Andre Ward and shout out to Errol Spence, man, for using his platform and his voice to be an active fighter and let the rest of these fighters know, take a stance with me. I'm standing behind Andre Ward. Now, when y'all get y'all chance, stand behind me and we all get together and we need to speak out on this. Y'all got to understand, man, these fighters, they don't get no pensions when they retire. They don't get no medical throughout their whole career. And when they retire, they don't get no medical. When I see these fighters walking around these venues, man, these fighters that used to look like Superman to me when I was growing up, most of these fighters, man, they could barely talk. They could barely walk. They walking with canes. They messed up. Their brain is messed up. Their body's messed up and all of that. And what do they get out of it? You know what I'm saying? To be placed in the Hall of Fame? What is the Hall of Fame doing for them? Nothing. And so like Andre Ward and Errol Spence were saying, change got to happen. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to start explaining to us, where is all this money going to? Now, we know where the money going to because it certainly ain't going to the fighters. It's going to Mauricio Sulaiman and the rest of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? They living lavish and ain't never had to throw a punch in their life. Y'all just think about this for a second. Say a fighter make $8 million and he got 3 belts. Like say Errol Spence, he got 3 belts and say he make, let's say $8 million. That's $240,000, right, per belt that he gotta pay. And if you times that by 3, that's $720,000 that he gotta pay out of his pocket to these sanctioning bodies. For what? Like he mentioned Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, he making like $50 million a fight in some of these fights. You know what I'm talking about? You do the math on that. $50 million, right? You take 3% out of that, that's $1.5 million. He got 4 belts. With them 4 belts, he done paid $6 million in sanctioning fees. And that's just one fighter. These dudes are so ridiculous, they won't even give these fighters real gold belts. These belts is plated. You heard Andre Ward said, man, it ain't real gold. It ain't even real silver. These rubies on these belts, it ain't real. All this stuff is fading and peeling off. For what? What are we paying y'all for? Just to say, oh man, we got a belt. What are we paying y'all for? So it's great to see, you know, Andre Ward, man, and fighters now like Errol Spence open up their eyes and actually have the nuts to come out and speak out about things like this. Because like Ward said, if we get these big name fighters to come together and start speaking out, and if they realize how much power they have, if the fighters don't fight, what's gonna happen? They don't make no money. So man, Errol Spence was real. Like I said, man, it's one thing talking about it. It's one thing just mentioning it on the interview, but to speak out like he did on the big stage in front of everybody he know, everybody gonna be watching that press conference, man, that speaks volume about his character and the type of man that he is. You know what I'm saying? If you don't stand for nothing, you willing to fall for anything. Man, I can't say enough about Andre Ward and Errol Spence especially, man, because he's active, you know, and he didn't have to do that, and you ain't seen no other fighter really do that on the stage like this. So shout out to them once again, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Drop a comment in my comment section. Make sure that you hit my like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already a sub to my channel. Y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.